I can pretty much guarantee that you've heard of Waikiki, probably Kailua, and most likely even North Shore, right? These are the most common places and areas that you have visited when you were playing tourist. You're driving around, you're seeing all the cool things, you're Googling, and you're seeing all these amazing things, right? But I can pretty much guarantee that you haven't heard of this one area that tons of people are starting to discover and flock to, and it's called Makakilo. That's Makakilo. Break it up into two parts, all right? Makakilo is one of Oahu's hidden gems when it comes to finding that perfect place to live, right? So where is Makakilo? Before I get into everything that it has to offer and I show you where it is, I just want to let you know that I do have an amazing home that I'm going to show you right here in this video that is currently active for sale at the time of this recording, which will be October of 2023. So depending on when you see this video and if you love this home, definitely reach out with that number and information right there on the screen. And even if you don't love this home, but you are looking to make that move to Hawaii, you can reach out to us with that same information. You can pause this video, jot it down real quick, reach out whenever you're comfortable and however you're ready, right? So where is Makakilo on the island? Let's jump in and I'm going to show you where it's at and everything that it has to offer. We are right here in Google Maps, and definitely don't skip this part because where you place yourself on the island could be crucial. It could be job, right? Maybe you're in the military, maybe you have a certain hospital that you're relocating to. Whatever that is, Makakilo is that spot that has a lot of these things that may check a lot of your boxes. So don't skip this part because this little map orientation that I'm going to do here really quick is going to help you really get that idea of like, wow, this is where it is and it has this access to H1 and all these things, right? So stick around right here for this really quick part. So you can see we're here in Google Maps. Let me go ahead and show you. All right, I got the 8 islands right here, the 8 major islands anyway. There's way more islands than that. But so, oh, we already popped up, right? There we are, Makakilo. Now, you can see that it has 96707 in that little picture as its zip code because that is its zip code. And it sits right above Kapolei. Well, guess what? Kapolei is the city and the zip code is 96707, but Makakilo rests in the umbrella of Kapolei. Now let's keep zooming in, and as I show you this map orientation right here, right? We got the island looking like this, and it's more on the west southwestern portion of the island, right? Some people consider it west side, some people consider it southern shores. Tomato kind of thing. Really, obviously this is really considered west side, but when we go in further and further and further, you can see that it sits right here. Now looking at this map, you can't tell, but Makakilo rests on a hill, and that hill takes you up depending on how far up you have to go for your house. And this house specifically that I am going to show you is up there, but depending on how far you go, you're going to be a little above 600 feet in elevation. All right, which for some of you may be like, wow, I don't really want to drive up that hill. Sometimes that's a little deterring thing for people, but when I lived up there, I really did not mind that hill. I even have clients who I've helped purchase homes up there, and they're like, Ryan, I don't know if I can ever live in another part of the island. It's just the elevation helps so much with the weather, which also then in turn helps with our utility bills because we don't have to run as much electric, especially as we're getting into the fall and the winter when those nighttime breezes, especially you open up all the windows and those breezes coming through, you know, the windows just helps not having to, you know, pound the AC really, which is going to help or hurt your utility costs, right? So I had a guy, he's like, Ryan, I don't really like my neighbors, but I don't know if I can leave Makakilo because this place is just the weather, the location, H1 is right there, which I'm going to show you. So it's really a prime spot and a hidden gem on Oahu that, you know, I love to show a lot of people when they start telling me what they're looking for. Now, I want to talk about, before I go really deep into Makakilo, you see it's right here on that southwestern portion. So drive time, proximity to work. If you do work in town, we'll go ahead and talk about this, right? If you work in town in Honolulu, for instance, right here, maybe you work at a hospital down here, just know that you're going to have, depending on what time you have to go to work, obviously, if you're working in the morning like a lot of other people and you've got to hit the road by 6, traffic is going to be a problem and you're going to be around 45-ish minute drive, give or take. Now, let's say that you don't have to drive when everybody else does, then it's going to be roughly 30 to 35 minutes, okay? Not that bad, all right, getting to the other side of the island. Now, if you're in the Marines and you're over here at Marine Corps Base Hawaii and you're thinking about considering Makakilo, just know you're going to have quite a hike on you on a regular basis. But for a lot of those that maybe are don't mind the hike, by all means. But Pearl Harbor's right here, you know, again, 25-30 minute drive. Waipahu's right here. You got Mililani, you got Schofield Barracks up here. So depending on where you work, this could be an ideal location for you, right? And if it does check your boxes. Let's dive in a little bit further into Makakilo. I talked it already being on a hill, all right, which you can't really see on this map. Now, as we go in further and further, you can see that, I didn't mean to highlight that, we got Eva over here, or Eva Beach, right? You're going to get off. This is H1. So H1, you can hit this exit right here, and you'll be heading down into Eva, okay? And then if you come even further, then you start to hit your Kapolei exits. But there is an exit right off of H1, so proximity to the highway is a big thing, right? If you don't live close to the highway, if you do live like back here in the back of Eva, Ocean Point, or something like that, you know that heading up Fort Weaver, that can add like another 20 to 25 minutes to your drive, right? Well, Makakilo, all right, H1 access, you can see it right there. So you're gonna get off H1 and you're gonna head right up the hill. Same vice versa, when you're coming down this hill, you have direct H1 access. You're gonna get right onto H1, okay? So for some of you, that could be crucial for work, all right? Not having to journey to get to H1. There's literally one road, you can see it, Makakilo Drive, that will take you straight to H1. And let's go to the bottom a little bit more. So just to orient you, and you can see Walmart popped up. That was gonna be my point. Maybe you don't get off of H1 and you're driving around, you got Farrington Highway right here. So on the right over here, you are going to have a big, massive Walmart. And then on this side, you're going to see a Chili's right here on the corner. And then a bunch of like a big shopping center. Once you cross that intersection, you're going to see the H1 access. There's going to be a bus stop. And then you're going to start heading up this hill. This is going to be the journey up the hill. There's tons of great neighborhoods up here. And don't forget, I got a home to specifically show you. All right, there's tons of great neighborhoods up here. And then you can even see there's Oahu on a budget. There's going to be a Malama Market. There's going to be a church. There's Malama Market. It's right there. Little store, all right, little store and gas station right there. There's also a dentist office there. And then again, you're just going to come up this winding road and you're going to keep heading up this hill. There's a fire station up here, elementary schools. And if schools is something that is important to you, the middle school and the high school is Kapolei Middle and Kapolei High School. Those have pretty decent ratings on greatschools.org and niche.com, around a 6 or a 7, I believe. But that is up to you to do your own due diligence. I gave you the resources. Please go check those out. They have pretty good college readiness scores too. Now, again, you can come all the way up. There are other roads coming up here, so you can either make a left, all right here on Palahia, and you'll head into the western. You can see the western Makakilo Cliffs, okay? Or you can come all the way up and all the way over, and then you can see we got the Makakilo Cliffs here and tons of other roads. So that is sort of the map orientation of where it is, all right? I don't want to, harp on this too long, but I didn't want you to be like Makakilo and then have to do this yourself. You heard it from me. I used to live up there, all right? I enjoyed living up there, and the weather is one of just the biggest pluses. So let's hop out and let's talk about this home that I got to show you. Now that you know where Makakilo is, I really want to show you this home, and man, I can't wait for you to check it out. Let me tell you a little bit about it, but really quick before we get into it, and I really got a cool video for you to see, all right? This single family home located in a neighborhood called Makakilo Hawaii, all right, in Makakilo Cliffs. So as you're going up Makakilo Drive, right, I showed you this on the map, you're going up almost all the way to the top, but it's going to be on the Makakilo Cliffs on the right side. Remember, I showed you this, okay? You can go back and check it out again. This home is a single family home with 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage, and 22 net solar panels, sitting on nearly a 7,000 square foot lot, all right? I'll talk about how much these can help you save in terms of your electric bill here in a minute. Just know that it is crucial. I don't even know if I could buy a house now that doesn't have solar after owning a home with solar panels myself. It is crucial when it comes to those utility bills. So I'm going to show you this home, and then stick around. I'll talk about HOA fees, how much it is actively listed for, excuse me, all right? And then any other important information you may need to know, like the number and the email right there on the screen that you can jot down and reach out however you're comfortable and whenever you're ready to purchase your home in Hawaii. Let's check this home out. How about those views, huh? I've harped on the weather a ton because it is one of the greatest aspects of living up there in Makakilo, but one of the other really cool things is the views. Because you're elevated so high, you may have views of Diamond Head from your backyard, just overlooking all of Kapolei and the southwestern side of the island in general. Pretty cool to see the ocean from there, right? So, let's talk about how crucial solar panels are. If you don't know about electric in Hawaii, just know that we do have some of the highest kilowatt per hour electric cost in the nation, all right? And there is no way around it, all right? You're not able to shop your electric out here. You're pretty much stuck with Hawaiian Electric Company, that's HECO, all right? And that's pretty much it, unless you know how to make your own electricity. There's just no way around it. And they tend to hike their prices pretty much whenever they want to. So having 22 net owned solar panels for the size of this house can potentially bring your electric bill down from, I don't know, let's say an estimated, this is just an example, all right? Let's say an estimated $800 is your electric bill. Having 22 net panels could potentially bring that bill down from $800 to the $400 range. Now, I know that's crazy expensive, but that's just part of the cost of living in Hawaii. And there you have it, guys. I showed you Makakilo, one of Oahu's hidden gems, all right, on the island, and it's just a place that a lot of people are discovering and flocking to, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Once we get on calls with them, and you can reach out, again, like I've mentioned plenty of times, and we can talk more about Makakilo and if it's the best place that fits your lifestyle. But I actually have a vlog tour on this channel. If you want to go check it out, it's going to start popping up for you at the end of this video. You can go check out that vlog tour where I'm taking you around Makakilo neighborhoods, up that big hill, all around the entire area so that you can see it for yourself. That video is going to start popping up for you after I show you this information one more time, because I'm pretty sure you haven't jotted it down yet. And if you haven't already, just do me a favor. You stuck around this long, please just go ahead and hit that like button. All right, it's going to help anybody else that loves Makakilo or wants to learn more about it be able to find this information. I got that vlog tour popping up for you. And again, don't forget about that home. It is actually for sale right now and won't be on the market long, but I got those videos popping up for you right now.